Yo guys, what is going on? Savage here. Today we're going to be going over some duo gameplay. Now, per request from the comments, you guys wanted to see one of my little pups. I have another one as well. These are the driving force of the channel right here. They are the leaders of the wolf pack. Relax, have a good day. All right guys, in this video we're going to be going over some viewer submitted gameplay. We're going to be covering duos match. Guys, focus on the end games. Look, a lot of you guys close the video out early, and that's fine. But honestly, in-game situations are the most important part in battle royales. The in-game situation is the more RNG factor. It's the more scenarios I need to cover. It's the most focused. But guys, before we get into it, subscribe to the channel, join the wolf pack today. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Let's get this video to 700 likes. But guys, without further ado, let's dive into it. And for all the comments telling me to activate my Windows, I can't. It's a glitch, and I have to reinstall my entire operating system. Anyway, here we are spectating Anonymous and DJ. When you're loading into the game, make sure you pull up your map and come up with some kind of idea of where you want to go. There's not really any comms going on right now. There's not really any marks. They may be AFK. All right, he's back. All right, cool. I'm going to try to mute myself whenever they talk. That way we can focus on their comms as well. You guys said you love to hear their comms. I'm going to try to give it to you. All right, very interesting spot to land. Not a terrible spot. It's on the edge of the map, so if you don't want to go for a hot drop and you just don't feel like doing objectives, this isn't a bad spot because you can rotate to different areas to get loot. Remember guys, the beginning of the game isn't really that crucial for advice. I want you guys to really focus on end games. My last video kind of highlighted the importance of the in-game situations and the circle situations. I will be making a video here soon that speaks solely on in-circle rotations and how you guys can get yourself out of bad spots and how you can get yourself into better spots and how to pick fights when you need to. But guys, look, I want you guys to always watch the end game because that's what you can learn the most from. All right, this is also Stimulus. I didn't realize that until just now, but it is also Stimulus Duo. So when it comes to doing bounties, when it comes to spending money, I will not be highlighting any of that aspect because it's just irrelevant with what they're doing in the game that they're playing. But we will still talk about rotations. We will still talk about how to get in fights and handle different fights and how to navigate the circle and figure out where you want to go. All right, so if you guys haven't played Stimulus modes yet, it's a mode that's extremely fun. I don't know why they don't leave it as a permanent mode, to be honest. Let me know in the comment section below if you want Activision to leave the Stimulus modes permanent. I think there should be a playlist for normals and a playlist for Stimulus because Stimulus is just so much more fast-paced, so much more action-packed. It's a really nice change of pace. But if you haven't played Stimulus yet, make sure the next time it's on, you do. It is a blast. All right, now looking at the map and deciding what to do, again, I'm going to pretend like this isn't Stimulus. I'm going to pretend like this is regulars because I really can't give you too much advice on Stimulus. All right, so looking at the map and what to do. If you want to get kill hungry, bounties are an awesome way to go. Now looking at the map, you can always do most wanted bounties. I love chasing down most wanted bounties. The only problem with these are, this one is over here downtown, so he's probably on a skyscraper, just camping the roof, waiting for you to come up the stairs. And this one's airport. So these two I'd probably avoid, but if you ever see some that are actually moving on the map, chase them down, hawk them down. It's an easy kill. Also bounties. Let's see what they try to go for right now. I would definitely go for bounties if you're trying to play aggressive. That's what they mark, and that's what they're about to do. I love it. I love it. We're about to get some aggressive gameplay.
Enemy team is tracking your position.
All right, they're being hunted too. So a lot of people will like give up on the bounty if they have another bounty that's launched onto them. But dude, it's two birds with one stone. Continue your ass to that bounty because one, it may be the guy who's got the bounty on you, or two, you could kill him and after kill whoever's coming after you. All right, so the bounty's right here. They have two people, and I believe one is watching the stairway. Now, when I push enemies, I try not to push in the room that they're directly in. So this building's pretty wide. I would go in the left side of the building instead of the right side where this guy could be sitting and waiting perfectly still. You just don't really know. So a couple of things that I would do here instead of what they're doing, I would go ahead and pop my Deddy, whip out my SMG, and push up the stairs. Dead silence is your best friend, especially clearing buildings. These guys, you can catch them by surprise. The slow walking, the heartbeat sensor, you're just giving them time to, one, either make a play on you, two, bail out, or three, they can just wait out the bounty. Again, you have dead silence. Make sure you're utilizing that. Try not to ADS as much as possible. Now, you got to realize these guys 100% know you're coming. That's why they're up there, right? Their threat is red. They know you're there. Once he has the down, I would instantly both of y'all push. Pop your plates and just push them both. All right, he's able to get the kill by himself. Awesome. Now, again, in that situation, I would have popped Deddy. I went up the opposite staircase that they were sitting at. They would have had no idea where I was at. All right, so you have an enemy UAV ahead. That alerts you that there's an enemy nearby that just launched a UAV. So just be aware that there is another enemy somewhere in the vicinity of a UAV. Gas is moving in. It's super fast in the first collapse, but since they're right on the edge of the circle anyway, they won't even be contested by it. Now, unfortunately, I think the teammate probably should have jumped in the car right when he did. For some reason, Anonymous was kind of just, I don't know what he was doing, but the communication was off on that one. If the guy would have had an RPG or a C4 on top, they wouldn't have stood a chance. DJ would have lost his life. All right, so there's a search objective up here. All right, right here. So he's slow opening the door, but he's opening it too slow. And yes, there's such a thing. So if you walk up to the door, you want to slow open it. That way you just don't bust through it and the enemy hears you. But in this position right here, as long as it's taking, they can shoot through the door. So if they see the door move a little bit and he's on the staircase, he'll just shoot through the door and kill you. He can break your armor and down you through that door. That door is not protected at all. So if you're entering a building you think an enemy's in, slow peek it, of course, but slow peek it faster. Does that make sense? Don't hesitate. Don't pause. Just ADS, open the door, and walk through it quickly.
Got one down.
I think you're relying on your heartbeat a little too much. Your teammate has now gotten 3 kills that I think probably should have been yours, to be honest. I don't know if it's lack of confidence this match or whatnot, but I mean, your shots are on point. You're hitting your shots. You have the right idea. You have the aggressive gameplay. I think maybe it's just this match or something, but I feel like you're lacking confidence. Now look, I want you guys to notice when you get hit, there's a hitting indicator right here, this little red blip. It moves in relation to where the enemy hit. So if you notice, let's rewind. So he gets the execution and then he gets shots, right? Pay attention to this. As he's moving around this container, this moves as well, telling him exactly where he got shot from, revealing exactly the direction the enemy's at.
Oh, there's another one.
And then you notice the hit indicator literally lined it up perfectly with this guy. But yeah, try to stay out of your heartbeat a little bit more. Again, once you realize there's enemies there, you don't need your heartbeat that much. If you think they're flanking you or something like that, then okay. But you're sitting in a room, you're sitting in a corner, and you held your heartbeat out a couple times, and then your teammate Anonymous was able to get the kills. Again, I think they should have been yours. You were there first, and if you would have been ADS out the window, you would have got those kills as well. He goes ahead and buys a self-res. Again, we're not going to talk about buying that much just because it's stimulus, and that really has no relation to actual duos mode. You guys want me to put out some stimulus tip videos, I will do so the next time stimulus comes around. Let me know in the comment section below if that's something you're interested in. Now, again, you do run faster the MP5 out, or with your SMG out, and also don't forget to utilize slide canceling. I saw you doing it for a little bit, and then you stopped. Again, whenever I play, or any other top 1% play, when you are running anywhere, you just slide cancel, just like you're doing now. That's it. And maybe I'm critiquing that a little too much. Maybe it doesn't matter that much, but I don't know. It just makes me feel better whenever everyone's slide canceling to get to safety. So when it comes to hospital, again, like in my last video, I'll admit I'm a bitch. I don't fuck with hospital. I hate hospital with everything inside of me. Yeah, I don't have any recommendation for clearing out hospital. It's just good luck type stuff. All right, I'm always for closing doors and trying and laying your bouncing betties and your claymores down and stuff like that for sure to try to get some kills. But you got to remember too, you're on the edge of the circle. The chance of somebody running into that is probably very slim since you just came from that way. So I'm not going to say it's wasted time, but that like minute and a half y'all were just there, that was kind of wasted time. All right. So you have tracker. Is that what that was? Let me rewind. All right, so you do have tracker. So you have tracker. So in this situation, you had his armor broken. There's nothing he can do to contest you. There's not. One, he's oblivious. He should have seen you. He wasn't watching. He wasn't looking. So he's a novice player for sure. So at this point, when he's broken, switch to your MP5 and utilize your tracker. Don't allow him the time to play. Don't allow him time to get a different position and lose the tracker icon. I would have instantly just pushed behind him. And sometimes I tell you guys not to chase him down because they might bait you. However, even if he's not by himself, he's an instant kill. If you're able to round that corner in the front and get a couple bullets on him, he's dead. So I would instantly change my weapon to my MP5 and then chase him down and finish him off. Again, you don't want to give enemies time to come up with a different play and try to outplay you. You don't want to give them time to get a different position. You don't want to lose them either. That would be heartbreaking if he loses this guy.
Thank you, sir.
On my marker. Let's go.
Also, another thing, if you do think you lost the guy and you do still want to kill him, work your way up to the top floor fast and try to get some Overwatch and see where he ran off to. Again, if you're utilizing Tracker, guys, make sure you're utilizing it. Tracker's an awesome tool. I actually recently switched out my amp perk with my Tracker perk. All right, so judging by your movement right there, when you were trying to ADS and shoot them, when you're trying to line up your sight with them, remember, you don't have to ADS to line up your crosshair. That little dot in the middle of your screen, shoot that dot on their face and then ADS. One, your shots will be a lot faster, your response times will be a lot faster, your shots will be more accurate, and you won't stand there and take too long to ADS and track the target before getting shot by, well, in that case, 3 people. You probably would have been able to get both down, if not both executed. So that was the guy. Was that the original guy? That was the original guy you shot at. All right, so this position here, it's not as awkward as it looks. So we'll cover it after this.
There we are.
All right, okay, guys, I was about to say, go to the high ground. Don't stay on the lower portion of the rocks. Rotate to the highest point. That way, if these guys try to rotate to the highest point, they won't beat you to it and shoot down on you. Try not to hold hills ADS as well, because if they pop up from another area and your ADS, it's going to hinder your gameplay and your reaction time. Now, whew, the position they were in really wasn't bad. They had a lot of tree coverage, so they could have easily run to safety. So those guys really didn't have them gate kept that well. But I will say, when DJ ran in the open, was trying to shoot at the enemies with no cover, that was very, very ballsy move. Luckily, those guys missed most of their shots. So basically, in that situation, I would have either A, stood by the tree and shot at them, trying to get it down, or B, just sprinted across, rotate the high ground like they ended up doing, and getting a squad wipe. And again, and I'm going to say this a couple times in this video to reiterate people who are skipping around the video. Again, I'm not going to be talking about what to buy and what not to buy, because this is stimulus and this has no correlation what's actually live in the playlist at this moment. All right, so driving vehicles through compounds is always sketch. And I mean always sketch, right? Luckily, they missed their C4. So we know they're both in this house right here. There's no reason to whip out your heartbeat sensor anymore. Now, unfortunately,
Actually, no way. I killed his teammate.
Hostile dropping
Dude,
into the
if
area.
you
Watch
can
the
go,
skies.
take him hard, but
that sucks, man. You hate to see it, brother. I hate to see it. So Anonymous did kill one of the guys, but not before being taken out himself. And then DJ was able to come up from behind and essentially pinch him. I don't know if that was their game plan originally. It might have been. That's exactly what happened. They ended up pinching him. Now, you have 2 vehicles approaching the compound. Whether you shoot the vehicles or not is your prerogative. You do have a guy on foot at that building. I don't know if he saw that player move. There was a player that was running right here. So you have a vehicle, you have another vehicle, and you have a random player. So there's 3 enemies close by. You also have one flying in. Actually, that's not your teammate. There's an enemy. Probably coming back for his loot, I would imagine.
in this house, literally.
Yep. Door slow opened. So at this point, if you want to work this guy that's trying to push you, I would jump out this window, rotate from the bottom, and take him out. Exactly what I would do. A lot of people like to hold the stairs, and honestly, it's a really good position to hold. But again, for more aggressive gameplay, I definitely would hop up the window, come up behind him, and put my barrel down his throat. Because now you're in this weird, awkward standoff where you're wasting time. Again, if you're trying to kill race and play aggressive, you don't want to waste time. You want to get kills as fast as possible. I don't know what a secondary weapon is. I think it's the MP5. Might be wrong. But just as a recommendation, if it is an MP5 or an SMG of some sort, utilize your SMG in close quarter situations like this. Again, if these guys are using MP5s, the MP5 will outshoot a Grawl close range any day of the week. Same thing with the MP7. Especially the Phoenix. So when you're talking about the top 3 SMGs and you're trying to run around with a Grawl, close range, very, very ballsy move. Somehow it's working. So in my last video, I actually covered pushing this build now. We're wasting time swapping armor, swapping plates. I'm all down for that. But you need to focus on these guys running away. Actually, they're pushing you now. Jump out the building. As they're in the buy, catch them both. Easy double kill. You'll love to see it. Get the executions. Switch to the other weapon. Bada bing. Bada boom. I love it. I love it. He's got the MP7 as well. MP7 is also a great gun. Great gun. Sure, we pick up that armor box. Come on, game. I think they screwed y'all over. So we have someone else coming in. This is why I love stimulus modes, because it's just constant action, man. You kill people, they come right back for their shit. No one cares. It's just a fun, laid-back gameplay. I really hope they make this mode permanent. I swear, I would make my day. If they made this mode permanent, I would. Woo. All right, so we have a situation. We're not going to talk about money, but we're going to talk about money just for this instant. Advanced UAVs, bro. Y'all have over 20 grand, and you have a UAV already. Advanced UAV it up. Advanced UAV and instantly hunt. At this point, I think y'all have overstayed your welcome a little bit. You're getting a little too Claymore happy. When it comes to Claymores and bouncing Betties, I try not to utilize them. If you want to play like this and you want to play slow and passive and just pick off enemies that come to you, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to hate on that at all. That's the way you want to play, then get it. But if you want to play more aggressive, if you want to play more aggressive, switch out those lethals for some stuns or some concussions. It's a way better option. That way, if somebody is camping in a roof or is camping in a room and you have some concussions on you, easy, easy, easy. So again, this is stimulus. You're not gonna run into this shit normal duos. People just coming right back. I mean, look how hectic it is here. I say they're overstaying their welcome, but in this mode, they're really not. Poor Anonymous, dude. Poor Anonymous, bro. You can't catch a break, man. All right, they might come in here for the loot. You got to be careful because they know that you're in here. Your UAV is about to run out. I would go ahead and call it in again before they push. Now in this situation, I would usually recommend you jump out the window and flank them from another angle. But if you look at the mini map, there are just people watching every direction. So if you jump out of this window, you can get shot from the building behind them. In fact, he can get shot in there right now. So he's gonna be very careful lean peeking this because that window he's vulnerable. If for some reason this guy looks in the window, he's an easy kill. Try working on your aggression. This is just a long standoff, a waste of time. Granted, it's stimulus duos, but if this was a normal duos match, this would be considered a waste of time and you wouldn't have as many kills as you have now. Here we are getting shot from the building that I was just talking about. So now he's in a position where he's got to relocate, plate up, and while he's playing, these guys could potentially push him, and then he's in a lot of shit. All right, so right here, switch to your MP7 and push them. You need to get the execution. Do not allow them time to get the res. You need to make a push. You need to make it fast. He's going for the res. Instantly go out there and boom, let's go. And it honestly was a good play. Just be careful though, because if the guy would have instantly started going for the res as you were Yo, Anonymous, bro, I'm sorry, fam. Look, can we get some F's for Anonymous in the comment section, please? This poor guy literally just has died 3 times trying to get his loot back. It's not even his fault. He's just trying to get loot, bro. No. All right, again, you have Tracker. He has plates broken, but so do you. So I'm not against bailing out on that fight to replay it up. Definitely make your way back to get your teammate back, and then hopefully y'all can kill him together. Now sitting in this window right now, no. Why? Because you are 180 degrees of vulnerability, dude, and if you get shot, the speed of backing out or going forward is very slow. So if you get shot and he's a decent shot, not even a good shot, if he's a decent shot, you're gonna die. So try to avoid sitting in windows like that. Either jump out or don't peek. All right, he bought his teammate back. Let's see what happens. Poor Anonymous, man. What do you guys think? You think he's gonna go back? Oh no! Oh no! You hate to see it. No. No. Oh. You hate to see it, man. So what went wrong? What went wrong? A couple things, a lot of things. So the staircase. Oh, and this is something I've been trying to tell you guys in my video as well. And I'm gonna come out with a video teaching you how to clear different buildings in different parts of the map. So as he's going up the stairs, what is he failing to do? He's not looking. So at this point where he's at right now, if the guy's on the railing behind him, he can shoot him. If he's in the doorways, one of those two doorways, they can shoot him. He's vulnerable from anyone that's in this building on the second floor now, right? Two, something else I've been saying all game, utilize that heartbeat a little too much. And then this one, unfortunately, was the most inopportune time. So he goes to whip out the heartbeat, as you see right there. Well, there's not much you can do because you have to wait for the animation to put the heartbeat away, and then you have to wait for the animation to pull your gun up before you can start shooting. But look, DJ, thank you for submitting your gameplay. A lot of lessons to be learned here. This is something I've been preaching about since I started this series as well, is the heartbeat sensor usage. Try not to utilize it that much. You know there's people there. Of course, there's gonna be people there. There's 20 people left in the circle, and there's only 2 compounds remaining. Once you know there's people in the area, don't worry about heartbeating. Worry about clearing the building fast and effectively. If you would have been more focused on clearing than heartbeating, this situation could have been avoided. You may have still died, depending on the guy's skill, but you would have been in a better chance to actually defend yourself. I do like the play of you buying your teammate back a couple times. So as far as recommendations, I recommend not utilize your heartbeat as much. Definitely utilize it. That's what it's there for. But don't utilize it as much. Don't utilize it while you're clearing a building either. Utilize it as a tool to find out where the enemies are at. And then at that point, trust your clearing skills to clear the building, not your heartbeat. Also, when you're in an attic, granted, this is stimulus. You couldn't jump out of the windows because you would have got shot from other angles. I don't know how you play in normal duos, but if you play the same way in normal duos, don't sit in the attic for that long. Jump out of the windows, rotate on the bottom of the building, come up from a different angle, and put shots on the enemy. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I really want to get as many videos as I can. If you guys want to submit your gameplay to me, please upload some gameplay to YouTube. It could be a win, it could be a loss, it could be a high kill game, it could be a low kill game, preferably a lower kill game so I can actually help you guys get better. You're dropping 30, 40 bombs, guys. Look, I might post 1 or 2 a month, but I'm looking for more for low kill games where I can actually help teach people to play, not actually just watch people play and post their gameplay on the channel. But guys, upload your video to YouTube, send me the link via Twitter or DM, and I will try to analyze everyone's gameplay. But guys, y'all have a good one and good luck in Warzone. Yo guys, what is going on? Savage here. Again, this series is an absolute blast to make. I love the fact that you guys are submitting your gameplay. Thank you for that. Please send some more. We are running out quickly. Also guys, if you want to check out some of the tips and tricks videos, click these thumbnails right here, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking the link below. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.